Have you ever wondered what happens on a single financial transaction? You are being monitored, charged a lot for it, audited to meet certain criteria. Agencies know when, where, how much, from who, to who. It's slow. Meet Verge, a cryptocurrency of total privacy and anonymity. Fees are literally pennies. Instant transactions, worldwide, secure and decentralized. Verge gives you total financial control, no middleman, no banks, no institutions. Currencies have evolved. Verge is the beginning of a new era. Stay ahead and create your own future. Are you ready to join the digital revolution? Visit vergecurrency.com/get started.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to MaxSpeedTV. As tonight, we're here at the United States famous Kokomo Speedway for the Upstate Racing League Airborne Graphics Dirt Pro Late Model Series. These guys are about to tear the house down here at a short track right here in the heart of America, Kokomo, Indiana. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is KR Stolfus, and I hope you guys are strapped in, holding on tight, and ready for some of the best short track racing action we're gonna see in the next hour. If this is the only thing you watch, it will be the best. Don't compare it to anything else, because then it will no longer be the best. And yeah, you can't compare. There's no comparison. Once you compare, then I lose, and that's bad. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me. Hope everyone is ready for tonight. Right now, Brian Jones in the green and yellow 91 machine, trying to find a way around this very tricky Kokomo Speedway. And he is looking like he needs a little bit of help there. Oh, almost got into the wall. Brian Hacker in the 7 machine right now, he is leading the speed charts. Good time to talk about that. Our top 10 fueled by Verge right now with just about 8 minutes 20 seconds left in practice. Brian Hacker leading the chart with a 12.627. What a lap that was. Brett Bartels, Zach DeLong, and in a 4th place, Ronald Piles with Devin Johnson, the 83 machine, rounding out your top 5. Coming up next, well, it won't necessarily be qualifying. I think we're going to switch it up a little bit. I think during qualifying, we're going to get to our national anthem for both Canada and the US of A. Next Thursday, April 25th at 8:15 p.m., the Upstate Racing League Airborne Graphics Dirt Pro Late Model Series will be at the dirt track at Charlotte for the final week of racing. It will be a twin event. We will crown a champion, so make sure you tune in for that next week. And then for myself, same week, just a little bit earlier on, Tuesday, April 23rd at 7:50 p.m. Central, I will be doing the Racing for a Cause Vapor Trail Clothing Truck Series as they present the Veteran Suicide Prevention 133 at Kentucky. Make sure you join me for that one as well. Great drivers, great causes involved in that league, and it will be a great time. So thank you so much for paying attention, enjoying this, having a great time with me. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you give the broadcast a thumbs up, subscribe, follow, all those things that social media people ask you to do for reasons. Makes the drivers feel good. Hey, you know, I can come back and say, hey, drivers, you got 100 thumbs up. Well, we only did 75 laps. Yeah, that was a lot of thumbs up per lap. As we can see, Brian Hacker once again trying to run the high side, but he is battling with the 88 Matthew McLean here in practice. Matt running that bottom. We are going to see this all night long. 2 very distinct lines here at Kokomo. One high, one low. And man, is it going to put on a heck of a show here tonight. McLean right now, he is up against the wall here. You can see just how close that cushion has gotten to the wall. It's going to be a high risk, high reward situation where if you miss that cushion, you're going to get into the wall and it is going to tear your car apart. Check in on a few other drivers out there. Richard French in the 926 machine. He's one of those guys running that upper lane. But as they are practicing here and starting to look at the final 5 minutes of practice, the track has really started to slick off on the top side. So what that can mean is the upper lane has obviously been the preferred lane, but it is going away. It's going to be very, very slick for everyone who gets up there. Ooh, as the 91 gets up on his side, and Richard French does a good job avoiding that situation. But Brian Jones going to have to reset. All right, guys. Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We'll go ahead and play our national anthems. We got some time to kill. We got a little bit of stuff to get through. And we'll be right back as we honor two great nations here on the planet we call Earth.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we are looking at the final 50 seconds of warm-up here. We only have one car out on track. That is Charles Hayes in the 15 machine. So with that being said, let's go ahead and step away for a minute, pay a few bills. We'll be right back to bring you some qualifying action.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser.
All right, folks, green flag is flown on our qualifying session, so let's get right into it. The 15 of Charles Hayes rolling out, so is the 413 of Wayne McDuff. Devin Johnson in the 83 machine, he's out on track as well. These drivers all going to start to try and turn some very good lap times here. Very important as Devin Johnson gets a little sideways there. Hopefully that was just his warm-up lap. Lap times starting to roll in. You can see them with our qualifying times on the left-hand side. And right now, Brett Rolls in the 17 is the fastest car out on track. 17 machine looking to gain some points here tonight. Matthew McLean in the 88, he's shutting it down. Richard French in the 926, he's getting up onto the cushion there, trying to get a run off the corner. See what he's got as he crosses the line. Right now, he is on his first flying lap. And he is going to 8th place. Matt Heft in the 21 machine. Got to trade a few sliders with Matt Heft in the practice session here earlier tonight. Enjoyable experience, that was for sure. Matt doing a great job here in this season. Right now he is 4th in points and looking to gain some ground on his competitors Brett Rolls, Cody McCauley, and Robert Schaefer. Ryan Hacker in the 7, he is scored in 3rd place for the moment. And our points leader Robert Schaefer in the 33 out on track. We'll see where that full moon machine can register a lap time. Right now he is 14th. He's gonna jump up into 6th place though. Cody McCauley in the 62 waiting on pit road for his chance to get out there. And Ronald Piles in the 68. Been a few races since we've seen Ron. Glad to see him back out there in that 68 machine. Right now, Ron is the only car out on track. So, as he exits his car, let's go ahead and take a moment to look at our point standings here that are fueled by Verge. Don't forget, check out vergecurrency.com. Play a few informational commercials about Verge. I'd love for you to check them out. Robert Schaefer is our points leader coming into tonight. 20-point lead over Cody McCauley. Brett Rolls sitting in 3rd, Matt Heft 4th, and Devin Johnson will round out your top 5. And you can see our wins are spread out throughout our drivers. Robert Schaefer, Cody McCauley each have 2 wins, but then Brian Hacker all the way down in 6th. He's got 1 win, and Zach DeLong in 12th has also picked up a win here in the Upstate Racing League Airborne Graphics Pro Late Model Series. Happens to be on dirt. Those are our point standings looking. That's how our point standings look tonight. Wow, I can talk. I promise. I learned speech from, I don't know, aliens or something. So the track has gone quiet in qualifying. We're looking at the final 35 seconds left. Every driver has taken a time except for the 93 of Zachary DeLong and the 62 of Cody McCauley. Those two drivers opting not to take a qualifying time. So with 10 seconds left, it's a little early. But if you got a favorite driver, one you think's gonna win here tonight, let me know. I'll try and keep a close eye on them, keep you updated. We'll see how that's gonna happen. But your driver has got to get through heat races tonight, and heat race number 1 is already taken to the grid. And the drivers are starting to grid up now just for that. That means it's time to go through our starting lineup that is fueled by Verge. James McIntyre in the 81 machine on a pole here for heat race number 1. Devin Johnson in the 83 is going to start on his outside. Row 2 will be Matt Heft in the 21 and Al Smith in the 96. And our final row for heat race number 1 will be Brett Rolls in the 17 and Cody McCauley in the 62. Kokomo, very famous short track right in the middle of Indiana. You've never been there? It is a sight to behold. A lot of great racing happens here. Well known for non-wing sprint car races, but tonight we're gonna throw some doors on these things. We're gonna go late model racing. Here we go, heat race number 1. Green flag is out and James McIntyre on the throttle. He's gonna try and run that middle lane. Matt Heft in the 21 gonna get a little sideways, but he is right there on the bottom trying to make something happen. Heft 3 wide up off the corner. Can Matt Heft take lead here? Ooh, he's really gonna throw it in through 1 and 2, and he is gonna get the run up off the corner. He needs new leader Matt Heft. The 81 of McIntyre still running right through the middle. Here comes the 17 of Brett Rolls. Brett trying to run the bottom line. James gonna get way up high. Cody McCauley in the 62 making contact with the 83 of Devin Johnson. Meanwhile, Al Smith in the 96 trying to stay clean and run that bottom line. And up front, Brett Rolls in the 17. Oh, he's gonna get contact with the 21. The 21 turned him and then said, sorry about that, let me straighten you right back out. Matt Heft straightened out Brett Rolls in the 17. Here comes Cody McCauley in the 62. Cody running that high side to perfection from last to second, and he is on the charge. Can he get to the lead as he tags that outside wall? Oh man, Brett Rolls in the 17 shut the door on him. Didn't really shut the door, just kind of took the line away from him. And now Cody McCauley is having to figure out how to get around the 17, which is running the same line as he is. Gonna be 5 laps to go this time by, and Cody McCauley has found himself trapped behind the 17 of Brett Rolls. Brett doing all he can to run that high line to perfection. Doesn't want to bounce off the wall too much. Cody gonna make a move to the inside here. Oh man, almost getting into the wall with each other. They do make slight contact, but they stay racing. And now Rolls is gonna try the bottom side. McCauley's gonna get into the wall hard. And Brett Rolls now with 2 laps to go. Heat race win heat race number 1 on the line. Cody McCauley doing all he can to catch him. Meanwhile, Matt Heft is in 3rd. 4th place, Devin Johnson. Al Smith sitting in 5th, and James McIntyre all the way back into 6th place. Final lap, final corner. Brett Rolls gonna protect the bottom here. Cody McCauley gonna try and make something happen, and no, Brett Rolls is gonna win it. McCauley 2nd, Heft 3rd, Johnson 4th, Al Smith 5th, and McIntyre Jr. will round out our 6th place finish here in heat race number 1. Heat race number 2 coming at you. Drivers starting to line up and taking to the grid. That means time to go through our lineup. The 88, Matt McLean on pole position with Richard French in the 926 on his outside. Row 2 will be Ron Piles and Charles Hayes. And row 3 all by himself, Wayne McDuff in the 413 machine. The 93 of Zach DeLong did not make the grid. Chevy Silverado lights have gone out. That can only mean one thing, and it is time to go racing. Heat race number 2 coming right at you. Choose your winner now, and this is gonna be a fast one. Green flag is out as the 88 is gonna hug to the bottom. Here comes Ron Piles in the 68. Can he make something happen up off the corner? Good run. He's going back down to the inside, and he will have the lead coming up off of 4. Ron Piles into the lead. Richard French into the wall a little bit. He's going to straighten it back out. Here comes Charles Hayes. Old Chucky in the 15 machine running that bottom line as well. As we go on aboard with Hayes. He is trying to track down the 68. That 68 is running the bottom lane here. We saw that upper groove be very productive in heat race number 1, but heat race number 2 is seeing drivers down towards the bottom. So I'm wondering if the top side has gone away and all the drivers are looking for all the grip that is still available on the bottom side. So first place is the 68 of Ron Piles. The second place driver is Charles Hayes, as Charles is trying to track down the 68. Very smooth right now for Ron Piles, as he is making very little corrections to that car, doing a nice job of controlling it up on the wheel, and he is out front doing a very solid impression of how to win a heat race. It's an impression right now because he hasn't done it yet. See what I did there? I am so smart. Oh my. Wayne McDuff battling with Richard French right now. Richard gonna make a move to the inside. Can he keep it down low? Both drivers stay off of each other, but that was a close one. French still looking just a little underneath. Oh, and French is gonna make contact with Wayne. Both drivers are gonna get sideways, and that is gonna bring out the yellow. They sort it out and straighten out and keep on going, but that is going to give heat race number 2 win to Ron Piles in the 68. Chuck giving a little congratulatory slap on the backside to the 68 machine. Maybe he's trying to push him up in front of the pace truck. That's a good strategy right there. Push him in front of the pace truck. He crosses the start finish line before the pace truck does. And the second place car will win due to the black flag. Ah, brilliant. So Ron Piles wins heat race number 2. Heat race number 3 starting to take to the grid. Let's go through our starting lineup. Row number 1 will be the 91 of Brian Jones, the 29 of Scott Austin on his outside. Row 2 will be Brett Bartels in the 2 machine, and the 33, our points leader, Robert Schaefer. Row 3 will be the 7 machine of Brian Hacker. This is the Schoony's Country Market Twin 50s here at Kokomo. Drivers getting ready to go green flag racing for heat race number 3. Chevy Silverado getting out of the way. Brian Jones waiting for his chance to get on the throttle. Green flag is out. We are racing for heat race number 3. Brett Bartel's gonna look to the middle here. Oh, the 33 of Schaefer hard into the outside wall, but he's gonna straighten it out. Brett Bartel's not sure Brett knew he was there. That was a close moment. Oh, and Brett's still making contact with Robert. Both those two gonna nose into the wall. Looks like they're able to keep on going, but they are gonna lose some ground. Robert Schaefer in the 33. Now he's got to make up for some lost time. Here comes the 7 of Brian Hacker. Brian Hacker moving down to the bottom. Ooh, is Brian Hacker in the 7 machine going to catch a tire? 2 tires. Somehow he keeps that thing tire side down, but man, he lost a lot of ground tagging those 2 tires. Now your leader, Scott Austin in the 29. He has said, see you all later, as he starts to try and check out from the field. He's got about a straightaway lead. I don't know why I said up. Ooh, he's gonna get into the wall hard here. But Scott Austin, your race leader. Brian Jones, our pole sitter, he is in 2nd place. He's found something that is working for him on the bottom. He is staying very nice and smooth, working that inner lane. Brett Bartel's in the 2 machine, and Robert Schaefer still haven't decided how they're going to finish this race. And Brian Hacker in the 7, he wants to let them know that you guys can fight it out. Oh, Schaefer's going to give the chrome horn to the 2. Bartels gets it straightened out. No caution. We stay green with 4 laps to go. So Brett losing some ground there, but no caution coming out, and Scott Austin holding on to the lead here. Here comes the 91 of Brian Jones, that inside line working really well for him, but man, the 7 of Brian Hacker coming on very strong late in this heat race. Oh, and Brian's gonna try and make a move to the inside. Can't get it done. Brian Jones shutting the door on him. Final lap for Scott Austin in the 29. Scott, final corner, final time. And he is gonna be your heat race winner for heat race number 3. Brian Jones 2nd, 3rd going to Brian Hacker, Robert Schaefer 4th, and 5th will be Brett Bartels. All right, looks like we got some B main action lining up here. While these drivers all take to the grid, we'll go ahead and go through our starting lineup for this event. Brett Rolls in the 17 and Ron Piles in the 68 on his outside. Row 2 will be Scott Austin and Cody McCauley. Row 3 will be the 15 of Charles Hayes and the 91 of Brian Jones. Row 4 will be Matt Heft in the 21 and the 88 of Matt McLean. Row 5 will be the 7 of Brian Hacker and the 83 of Devin Johnson, not able to make it to the grid. Oh, it's a double event. It's saying B main because, oh my gosh, I'm so retarded tonight. Wayne McDuff, Robert Schaefer. Row 7, Al Smith and Richard French in the 926. And then Brett Bartels and James McIntyre will make up our final row here tonight. Twin 50s coming at you. Heat race or feature number 1. Pace truck is pulled off. There will be an invert for the second feature here tonight. Top 12 drivers inverted. Brett Rolls in the 17. He don't care about that right now. He cares about getting on the throttle as the green flag comes out. Rolls gonna make a move to the bottom. Ron Piles in the 68 gonna try that high side, but Rolls gonna get a good run up off the corner and hold on to the top spot. 3 wide off at turn number 4. Cody McCauley on the bottom. McCauley really getting onto the throttle there. Has to upset the car, shut it down, and then recover. But that 62 machine looking very racy here very early. He is working that bottom lane. Now he's moved into second. Oh, making contact with Ron in the 68 as we ride on board with our 4th place driver, Scott Austin. Charles Hayes moving into 3rd place in that 15 machine. Meanwhile, Brett Rolls in the 17. He has started to roll that high side and got something working for him. Cody McCauley in the 62 still trying to work that bottom lane as the caution flag has come out. Not 100% sure what the caution flag was for, so let's go ahead and back this up. Let's go to our MaxSpeedTV replay. See if we can figure out what happened here. Matt Hefton, or I'm sorry, the 88 of Matt McLean. Running the high side. Looks like James McIntyre and the 91 of Brian Jones are going to get together. A little bit of contact by those two, but enough to trigger the caution here at Kokomo. So we're working our first caution of the night. Chevy Silverado out of our way. We're getting ready to go back to green flag racing. Brett Rolls in the 17 on the throttle and away we go. McCauley down to the inside. Charles Hayes trying to make something happen as Rolls is going to tag the wall. Oh man, the racing around here, very, very close. These drivers are battling for that top spot. The 17 of Brett Rolls running right around that wall. Cody McCauley in the 62 trying to track him down. McCauley running a different line. He's running right on the bottom here. McCauley lap after lap just staying right there with the 17, but not able to get close enough to make a move to make something happen. Meanwhile, Ron Piles in the 68, he's in 4th place. He's right there as well. Here comes Brian Hacker and Scott Austin. McCauley's still trying that bottom lane as Rolls is one of the few drivers making that upper lane work in the 17. Looks like it works really well for him in 1 and 2. Gets a good run from the middle of the corner on off. See these drivers really exhibiting some great car control. And Brett Rolls right now, he is doing all he can to hold on to the lead as he has got Cody McCauley in the 62 lap after lap, trying to put pressure on him, pressure him into a mistake. And Rolls is doing all he can to keep it off the wall. Now he's just gonna try and move down to the bottom here. Maybe he feels that top side has gone away for him. So your leader is Brett Rolls. Cody McCauley is second. Ron Piles in the 68. He is battling with Chuck Hayes in the 15 machine. They're fighting for 3rd and 4th place. Right now, the 68 holding on to 3rd position. 5th place going to Brian Hacker in the 7. Brian, right at the moment, looking very solid in that 5th place. Meanwhile, Scott Austin in the 29, Al Smith in the 96. Those two are battling for positions. Oh, Austin hard in the wall. He hit that opening, but he looks to have straightened it out and keeps on going. Maybe he didn't get it as hard as he appeared to, but that 29 machine still trucking right along. He is going to lose 2 spots. Ooh, as Al catches that inner tire there, Wayne McDuff in the 413 gonna try and make a move on him. Brett Bartels in the 2 up on the high side of this battle, and Richard French right there as well. Go back and check on our lead car of Brett Rolls. He's starting to track down some lap traffic. The 88 of Matt McLean and the 91 of Brian Jones. These two are mixing it up right in front of our leader. McLean, oh, he's gonna move to the high side. Rolls gonna take full advantage of it, and Brett gonna clear the 88 easily. Now he sets his sights on the 91. He's got to pass him where he catches him. So he's got to be very careful about how he catches him, where he puts his car to try and get around that 91 machine. He's going to move up to the high side here, try and get a run, but the 91 matches him lap after lap for about 3 laps. Now the 17 of Rolls. Got a good run coming up off the corner. And he is going to clear his 2nd lap car. The 81 of James McIntyre now in front of him. He is going to do all he can to catch him as quickly as possible. Meanwhile, the 62 of Cody McCauley still sitting in 2nd. Wayne, oh, as the caution flag is going to come out, the 29 of Scott Austin backed up into the fence there. Scott Austin, 3 wide up off the corner. Now he's going to try and go 3 wide again. He is in the middle there. And Brett Bartel's going to tag the wall coming off the corner. Gonna knock him down into the 29 of Scott Austin, and Austin gonna end up facing the wrong way. So Scott Austin going a lap down there. Couldn't get it sorted out by the time the field got around to him. Chevy Silverado getting ready to get out of our way. Light's gonna go out this time around. Here we go. Twin 50s, feature number 1, 15 laps to go. And Brett rolls on the throttle. He's gonna clear Cody McCauley. McCauley gonna make a move down the inside. Can rolls, find some momentum up off the corner, and he does. He's gonna hold on to the lead for the moment, but here comes McCauley. McCauley gonna try and throw a slide job on him. Can't quite make it work. Now he does, and Rolls gonna move down to the inside. Now Rolls trades a slide job for a slide job. The 62 of McCauley gonna try and work his way down to the bottom, pinching off Brett Rolls in the 17. Brett not having any of this. He is not giving up on winning this race, but McCauley starting to get the upper hand as the caution flag is gonna fly again. As Robert Schaefer in the 33, he's going to get caught up in an incident here. Our points leader finding some problems here tonight. Problems of his own doing. He gets into the wall with the right rear. Gets sideways, gets facing the wrong way. Fortunately, though, that 33 machine got straightened out. Stays on the lead lap. So Cody McCauley, your new race leader. Brett Rolls sitting in second. Brett, after leading 36 laps, now looks at a new sight. The 62 is out in front of him. Field's starting to line up. Lights have gone out on the Silverado. And McCauley gets on the throttle, and away we go. Closing laps of feature number 1. And McCauley starting to open up over the 17 of Brett Rolls. Brett trying to drive it in deep, make something happen, but just can't get it done. Meanwhile, Ron Piles in the 68. He's sitting in third place. Battle for fourth is between 3 cars. Wayne McDuff in the 413 running that bottom lane. He's going to try and get a run up off the corner. He's got the spot on Charles Hayes. Here comes Richard French on the outside lane. And Brian Hacker holding on to 4th place for the moment, but can Wayne make something happen here? Should Wayne be able to finish this race? It might be the first finish he's had where he didn't go up and over. Richard French, Charles Hayes, side by side. Now Charles is going to lose his spot to Al Smith. Al trying to run right through the middle. It looks like Al has found something that works through that middle lane. But the battle up front right now between Brett Rolls and Cody McCauley. As Brett trying to run that high line, he gets a good run down the straightaway. He's going to make a move down to the inside here, but Cody beats him up off the corner. Final lap for feature number 1, and tonight, Twin 50s. Brett Rolls not quite there. Cody McCauley going to come up off the corner, and he is going to win feature number 1. Feature 2 will be the 17 of, second place will be the 17 of Brett Rolls. Ron Piles will be 3rd. 4th, Brian Hacker, and the 926 of Richard French will round out your top 5 for feature number 1. So guys, we're going to step away for a minute. We're going to get a break in, and then we will be right back to talk to our feature number 1 winner, Cody McCauley. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to MaxSpeedTV. Thank you very much for joining us here tonight as the Upstate Racing League Airborne Graphics Pro Late Model Series presents the Schoony's Country Market Twin 50s. And we are in the warm-up session for our second feature here tonight, and Brian Hacker out on track for the moment. But while we have this chance, we got a few minutes to talk to our feature number one winner, and let me just see if we can get a quick word in with the driver of the 62 machine, Cody McCauley. Not 100% sure he's at the microphone just yet, as he is at this warm-up session. He may not be at his controls. Cody, you got your ears on, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Cody, you win feature number one, and it was a heck of a battle that you had out there. Tell us a little bit about that race and what it took to win that feature.
We just put ourselves in the right place at the right time. I mean, we knew we had a really fast car. Not a lot of practice here this week, but felt really good about it after running qualifying. And we got up in second, third place, and was just kind of riding around trying to work that bottom lane, something we really hadn't played with all night long. And once we found a really good rhythm and got to where we could run good times, we got a late race restart, and I was able to capitalize on it with a crossover move and just ride it out from there.
Well, it was a great pass, great move. Congratulations on the race win. The season's starting to wind down. You came into tonight second place in points, 20 outside the top spot. What do you feel it's going to take for you to take over that position and claim the title for this season?
Well, as good as Schaefer is, we're going to have to win every race the rest of the season. So we'll see how it works out. But you know, Schaefer and me, we're going to have a heck of a points battle. We'll see how this next race goes. If we can get up through the field and make a good run at it, then I think it'll help a lot.
All right, Cody, man, any shout outs, thank yous you'd like to give here tonight?
Oh, for sure, man. Got to thank Tim Pruitt with Pruitt Team Realty. They do so much for our team. It's unreal. Shout out to Scott Austin with Austin Designs. Always puts a good looking car on. And John Owlett for being in the spotting booth tonight. He's kind of helping me out navigate this tiny racetrack.
All right, man. Nice job. Feature number one, all yours. Good luck in feature number two, as the invert's going to set you in the middle of this thing.
Thank you.
That is Cody McCauley, driver of the 62 machine, our feature number one winner. Taking the time to give us a quick little interview. 2 more minutes of warm-up left. Everyone got a few laps in now. Looks like that a next group of drivers going to head out for their warm-up session. Brett rolls in the 17, going to roll through the grass. Cody McCauley in the 62. As I mentioned, we got a word in with him. That 62 machine going to be solid here in feature number 2. Photo opportunity. There you go. There is your podium finishers for feature number 1. Brett rolls in the 17 and the 68 of Ron Piles, accentuating the 62 of Cody McCauley. What a good little shot that was. Oh, that is incorrect. Don't look at that. No one saw that. No one saw that. There is your top 3 from feature number 1. We're getting ready to go racing once again for feature number 2 when that timer counts down. Top 12 will be inverted. So Cody McCauley will have to find a way to work through the field. He will be starting 12th. Brett rolls, finishing second. Third place was Ron Piles. Those guys gonna have a leg up on Cody, but man, I'll tell you what, Cody picking up his 3rd win of the season. Gonna be solid car here in the second feature. He might put on a heck of a show working his way through the field. One driver I do want to keep an eye on for this second feature as well is Robert Schaefer in the 33. He got into a little bit of trouble and it cost him a good finish in the first feature of tonight. We'll see if he can figure out those walls are hard. Hopefully he can get a good solid run in here and defend his points position. The Cody McCauley, Brett Rolls, and Ron Piles did a great job in feature number 1. It is time to go through our starting lineup for feature number 2. Row 1 is the 33 of Robert Schaefer and the 88 of Matt McLean. Row 2 will be the 81 of James McIntyre and the 21 of Matt Heft. Row 3 will be the 15 of Charles Hayes and the 96 of Al Smith. Row 4 will be the 413 of Wayne McDuff and the 926 of Al Smith. Row 5 will be the 7 of Brian Hacker and the 68 of Ron Piles. Row 6 will be the 17 of Brett Rolls and the 62 of Cody McCauley. Row 7, the 29 of Scott Austin and the 91 of Brian Jones. Row 8, Brett Bartels in the 2 and Devin Johnson not able to make it out there once again. As the green flag comes out, we are back racing. Robert Schaefer getting a good jump. He is clear of the 88. Here comes the 81 of James McIntyre. McIntyre trying to make a move on McLean. We got a caution flag flying. So it looks like something has happened at the back of the pack here. Scott Austin in the 29. Gonna try and dive down to the inside here. Got a mess of cars in front of him. 3 wide. Al Smith, Richard French, all making contact there. And just enough sideways action between those 3 cars to bring out the yellow. But Robert Schaefer, he's holding on to the top spot. James McIntyre in the 81, fueled by a Verge machine. Pace truck out of the way. Field all nice and tight. Here we go. Restart underway. Then Schaefer gonna get on the throttle. Meanwhile, James gets caught napping. McLean in the 88 making a move on the bottom, and Brian Hacker in the 7 looks like he's gonna go through a trip through the grass. And Hacker still haven't gotten that sorted. Gets back out there, but he has lost all kinds of time. Robert Schaefer in the 33, your race leader, about to put a lap on Brian Hacker. Brian has got to find a gear and get going. Meanwhile, a bunch of cars battling for spots back here. Brett Bartels, Matt Heft, the Zumongo 81 of James McIntyre. Bartels gonna get really crossed up there, almost cost him a moment. And Cody McCauley in the 62 started 12th. He has already moved into 6th place. He is hooked up and rolling forward. Oh, it's Charles Hayes is going to get sideways. That is going to stall out the 2 of Brett Bartels, but everyone keeps rolling. We stay green. Meanwhile, Robert Schaefer in the 33 machine, he is pulled way ahead of everyone. He is wasting no time on this in this feature. Brian Hacker in the 7 doing what he can to stay on the lead lap, but he is just pretty darn out of this race. Unfortunately for him, he was looking solid, but a trip through the grass might cut his night short. Brett Rolls, Matt Heft going side by side here. Oh, Heft getting a little crossed up. Now Brett's gonna tag him, and that will trigger a caution as Matt Heft in the 21 got all out of shape. Matt, a little far sideways. Brett trying to anticipate where he's gonna be. Guessed it just a little bit wrong. Got into his back bumper, and that is gonna bring out our caution here tonight. Robert Schaefer in the 33 had a huge lead on the field, wiped out by this caution. Field starting to line up. Chevy Silverado getting out of our way. We're getting ready to go green flag racing here at Kokomo for the Schoony's Twin 50s. And back under green we go. And Schaefer now has to deal with the 15 of Charles Hayes on his inside, but that don't bother him none. He gets right out there and gets rolling. Starting to open up a bit of a gap now as you see the rest of the field. Oh, as we got one sideways at the back. The big benefactor to this caution was the 7 of Brian Hacker. Oh, it's Wayne McDuff in the 413. Couldn't figure out how not to flip. He found a way to do it once again. But there looked like there was another car involved, so let's back this up. Let's figure out what happened to Wayne. As Wayne just can't seem to find a way to keep all 4 tires down. Oh man, the 81 of McIntyre. James McIntyre was all out of shape by the time that Wayne got there. Wayne, innocent victim here. James McIntyre, Cody McCauley making contact at corner entry. James gonna go for a little ride. Cody getting up on top of the hood of the 88 of McLean. And Wayne finds a way to barrel roll it, but keeps on going. As we go back, green flag racing, Robert Schaefer in the 33, holding on to the top spot. Charles Hayes in the 15, he's sitting in second, but now he is battling with the 17 of Brett Rolls. Rolls on the inside line, trying to find some space to run, and Charles holding him off for the moment. Rolls now gonna move to the high side. As we go on board with the 17 of Brett Rolls, and you can see he's working that upper lane like he was in feature number 1. Not too many drivers venturing up there as that is really blown off. As the 91 has had an issue, he gets it sorted, gets it fired, gets rolling once again. But Brett Rolls in the 17 really taking us for a good ride here. As the 33 of Robert Schaefer, he's now gonna move to the high line to try and make room for the 91 machine. Brett Rolls led the most laps in feature number 1, but came up 1 spot short. He'd like to rectify that here as he is trying to track down the 33 of Robert Schaefer. Oh, Roll's gonna make a move to the inside here. Can he find the grip up off the corner? Schaefer's gonna have a great run off the corner, and Rolls is gonna have to try it once again. Down to the inside he goes. Schaefer finding some grip, but oh no, Schaefer a little bit crossed up. That is gonna throw Rolls off of his line a little bit. Now Brett gonna try the high side. Charles Hayes in third, Brett Bartels in fourth, Scott Austin in the 29 machine. He's found a way up into fifth spot, and Cody McCauley back into sixth, where he lost some ground. He was a little higher up, but got into some trouble with James McIntyre, and now McCauley trying to close the gap as we are back under caution. It looks like the 91 of Brian Jones again with an issue. We'll see what happened to Jones here. Richard French and Matt McLean and Brian Jones all in one corner, getting all sorts of mixed up. We'll take one more look at Matt McLean and Al Smith here. Oh, it was Richard French. I apologize. Richard French having an issue here. Richard battling with the 7 of Brian Hacker. Contact made between those two. Everyone taking evasive action, trying to find a way to not get into each other, but 16 laps to go here in feature number 2, and we are back to green flag racing. Schaefer running through the middle where there is some grip, but Brett Rolls on that outer lane. Oh man, he almost got squeezed into the wall. Now Rolls trying that inside line. Schaefer moving up to the top side, and here comes the 17 of Rolls. Meanwhile, at the back, Cody McCauley still sitting in 6th, Brett Rolls 5th, or Brett Bartels 5th, Scott Austin in 4th. Oh, and Schaefer shuts the door on the 17. Brett Rolls trying to win this thing. Schaefer trying to hold on to the points lead. Schaefer gonna get a little crossed up, so does Rolls, and they both straighten it out. But Schaefer with the better run through the corner there. We're looking at 11 laps to go. These two going at it. Very intense battle for the lead. Rolls with the slide job there. Can he clear the 33? It looks like he's going to get him on the high side this time. Brett Rolls with a good run down the straightaway, out in front by an inch. Robert Schaefer hasn't given up just yet, and now Brett Rolls with another good run off the corner completes the pass. Meanwhile, drivers in 3rd, 4th, and 5th, they're going at it. Cody McCauley in the 62, Charles Hayes in the 15, and the 29 of Scott Austin. This is a battle for 3rd place. Austin into the wall a little bit. Sorts it out. We stay green. Robert Schaefer in the 33 has lost a lot of ground. He's fallen all the way back into the clutches of the 29 machine. Cody McCauley in the 62 says, thank you very much. I'm going to run the high side here. Maybe get 2 cars 1 lap. Maybe not. I don't know. Haven't decided yet. Robert Schaefer in the 33 says, no, I'm not going to let you do that. McCauley running that high line, really starting to work good for him. See, he's going to try and squeeze through the opening that Schaefer leaves him, as the caution flag is going to come out. Looks like the 2 and the 21 have gotten together. Heavy damage on these 2 cars. Brett Bartels in the 2, Brian Hacker in the 7, Ron Piles in the 68, got in the wall in front of Bartels. Oh, and Bartels gonna turn the 68 a little bit. Al Smith getting a piece of the action. Oh, and that's where Matt Heft went wrong. Caution flag flying here once again. your race leader is the 17 of Brett Rolls. Cody McCauley has found a way up into second place. Robert Schaefer's dropped to third. Scott Austin fourth, and rounding out your top 5 is Charles Hayes. Two laps to go. We're gonna have a 1-lap shootout here. Can Cody McCauley go 2 for 2 here tonight? The 17 of Brett Rolls gets a great start. White flag, green flag at the same time. Here we go, final lap. Brett Rolls is gonna win feature number 2, but Cody McCauley gonna come home second. Robert Schaefer in the 33 will be third. Fourth will be Scott Austin, and rounding out your top 5 will be Charles Hayes. And what a race that was here at Kokomo. All right, guys, we're gonna mute our mics. We're gonna step away. We're gonna try and get a word in with our podium finishers here of feature number 2. No one go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We got Brett Rolls, Cody McCauley, and Robert Schaefer here to talk to, and we're going to start with the winner of our second feature here tonight. That is the 17 machine of Brett Rolls. Brett, tell us a little bit about your win here tonight.
Oh man, it's just absolutely crazy. I came into the night kind of nervous about it being Kokomo and twin 50s for the double points, especially with Schaefer and Cody and how smooth they've been all season, just, you know, racking up the points up there. And I'm kind of shocked with how tonight went, especially with how fast me and Cody went to the front in that heat race. I was kind of hoping he would have gotten caught up in the back there a little bit longer, but I mean, that's what happens when you got really good drivers and you're racing for points. I mean, you find a way through traffic, but I mean, back-to-back races, 50 laps, Cody McCauley and I had fantastic racing. Me and Schaefer didn't really race as much as I thought we were going to, but I mean, we had a hell of a battle between the top 3 in points all night long, so it's going to be a pretty interesting shake-up to the points here.
I would say it is going to be an interesting shake-up. That 17 machine, though, putting in a good battle, having to close the gap to the top 2 here. A race win definitely going to do that. We got one more night of racing left. You think you're going to be able to hold on to that top spot, or sorry, not hold on to it, but grab that top spot away from these two?
I mean, in twin 50s and, you know, double features and double points, I mean, anything can happen. I mean, I hope so. I've been hoping to get my hands on that late model car, the diecast that the points champion gets since before we started the season. But I mean, with Robert and Cody, I mean, they're 2 phenomenal drivers, and they're fast and they're smooth and they're always up front week in and week out. So I mean, you can't really count anything out. I mean, someone gets caught up in a wreck, but it's definitely not going to be easy.
All right, Brett. Well, congratulations once again on picking up the win in feature number 2. Any shout outs or thank yous you'd like to give?
Oh yeah, I got to thank Al for putting on the series. Want to thank Mike Massey with Massey Graphics for putting the design on the car last minute for this series. I kind of gave him probably like a week heads up, and he had it done within 24 hours, and in my opinion, it looks pretty sharp, so hats off to him. You guys for putting on one heck of a broadcast week in and week out for us. Anybody and everybody that's watching, and you know, got to thank my team, Har Motorsports. We currently have a UMP modified series going on Monday nights, but after that's over, we're going to start up a Pro Late Model 360 Sprint Car and Street Stock series. So if anybody's interested in running that, get a hold of us at Hard Motorsports. Either myself or Ron Piles will get back to you with the information on it.
All right, man. Well, Brett, congratulations. Nice job. And we look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Brett Rolls, driver of the 17 machine. Now it's time to talk once again to Cody McCauley, our second place finisher in the second feature of tonight. And Cody, it wasn't without a few setbacks, but you found a way to end up near the front once again. Tell us a little bit about feature number 2 and what you had to do to make this happen here tonight.
Yeah, we had a really good car again. We carried the speed over and ran it through the field the first time and kind of got caught up fighting there for 5th and 6th and had to go back. And then once we went to the back, we realized that, hey, there's still a little bit of bite up left on the top in 1 and 2. So we shot up there and made up all our spots back, and we needed about 5 more laps and we could have run with Brett. You know, I can't say he had a great race. He probably had the fastest car in both races tonight. We just, we lucked out in the first one. So congratulations to him. Robert had a great run too, and we led a ton of laps. So it was a good night. Wish we'd have got the second W, and went away with the sweep, but a second's not bad, and it sure helped with the points. So.
All right, Cody. Well, man, we got to talk to you as feature 1 race winner. So we'll keep it short, but anything that you feel you need to add from feature 1 to feature 2?
Yeah, I got to give a special shout out to Papa Austin. He's going to be beating out all the door panels on the right side of this car this week. So special shout out to him. Got to say thank you, Papa Austin. We get you a big hammer. Got to get him to work.
Heck yeah, man. Well, the car looks a little beat up, so he might be busy for a while. Maybe you need to bring him a soda or 2.
You might need a cold beer.
Adult soda or 2.
There you go.
All right, Cody, thank you so much, man. One last time, shout outs, thank yous.
Scott Austin with Scott Austin Designs, Tim Pruitt Team Realty, Lint Machinery, and John Allett for helping me navigate that traffic again, man.
All right, nice job bringing it home. Second place in the second feature, Cody McCauley. And now, Robert Schaefer in the 33 machine, waiting patiently for us. Thank you, Robert. You finished 3rd here in the second feature, man. Tell us a little bit about race number 2 and race number 1.
Yeah, thanks. First of all, I just want to say good job to Brett and Cody. They were much better than me tonight. I just really didn't have a good car. I'm not good at this track. I think the only thing I can do is blame my pit crew. I think it was 90% their fault. Crew chief, I think he was drunk, passed out in the infield, and yeah, I just had a really bad car tonight.
So are you looking for a new crew chief? Because I might know a guy who likes to be drunk and not pass out.
Yeah, I'm open to interviews, but no, I'm just not very good at this track, and I'm happy I finished 12th in the first race, so it put me in a good spot for the second race. And just tried to run a smooth line, but those other 2 guys were much faster than me tonight.
Well, the 33 looked very solid by feature number 2. Definitely showed your talent here, as you say you're struggling, but you found a way to make it work. And maybe it took you a moment to adapt, but overall, man, I'd say it was a good night of racing for you. That 33 machine looking very solid. All 4 tires still on the ground, still on the car. Any shout outs or thank yous you'd like to give?
Yeah, thank my sponsor, Full Moon Garage on eBay. Got me a new paint scheme this week, so glad we could put it on the podium. Guess we'll try to get them next week at Charlotte.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on 3rd place. And we look forward to seeing you in the last race next week. And going to be a great points battle between the top 3 here. Do you think you're going to be able to pull off this championship?
I don't know. I think it's going to be really close after this week. I think Cody probably gained a lot of points on me, but 2 features next week, so anything can happen. We'll just try to finish the best we can.
All right, Robert. Well, good luck next week. We'll be watching you closely. And thank you so much for sticking around to give us this interview.
Thanks. Have a good one.
Robert Schaefer, driver of the 33 machine, podium finisher. Thank you again for hanging out with us. All right, guys. Nothing left but to go through the results of tonight. And let's go ahead and get to it. Yeah. All right, so the top five, Brett Rolls wins feature number 2, Cody McCauley 2nd, 3rd, Robert Schaefer 4th, Scott Austin 5th was Charles Hayes, Brian Hacker 6th, 7th going to Al Smith, 8th Wayne McDuff, 9 Ron Piles, 10 Matt Heft, and 11th place will be James McIntyre, Matt McLean 12th, 13th Richard French, Brett Bartels will be 14th, and Brian Jones will be in 15th spot. So guys, we saw a great race here at Kokomo tonight. Don't forget, next week, final race for the Upstate Racing League Airborne Graphics Pro Dirt Late Model Series. I hope you all enjoyed tonight's broadcast. I know I did. If you think about it, hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button on MaxSpeedTV. You can hit the follow button on Twitch as well. Guys, have a good night. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you all next time.